4 now for League 4. Exciting race at Suzuka we've just had. Believe it or not, this is like, I think there's only 10 races of the season, so we're a quarter of the way into the season now. So let's run through the field in reverse order. Let's get on with this race. So for race 2 here at Sardegna, we have Powerburger here in first place. Then we have Just Wilkie. Oh, this screenshot's not giving me a very good. Here we go. Let's do it this way. Here we have Powerburger here in first place. Oh, I've done it wrong again. And it's not letting me see him. No, it's not letting me see him. Is it? So Powerburger in the McLaren in first place. Just Wilkie here in a Citroen. Citroen will be a strong car for this race. Citroen seems to be one of the go-to cars for the power circuits. Seamus here in a Ferrari. Interesting livery there. Nice livery from the Irishman here in third place. Dark Smoker, who at one point was up in fourth place at Suzuka, has now landed himself a fourth spot starting grid here at Sardegna. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. For the second race, Steve Stone's in another Ferrari here in fifth place. Sayrex in a Honda NSX for sixth place. Delhi in a Honda for seventh. Beserker in a Corvette in eighth. Stormback from 11th to fourth place in last race. That's 3 fourth places Beserker's had in the series. Totoro's here in a Citroen. Again, Citroen's a powerful car for this series. Viali in a Lexus. And Zafiro in a, this is his second race. Is that a Dodge, I believe it is, isn't it? Yes, so it's a Dodge. Again, I haven't seen how, although I'm in this race, I can only remember it from my point of view, so I'm not sure any other incidents that were going on. So let's start with let's start with Totoro's here for this race and see how things panned out. Oh, before we do, let's put the options on display. Oh, there we go. So on board now for race 2 for the boys. The windmills look nice. Everyone's complaining about they keep looking at the view rather than the racetrack coming in the start-finish straight. It is a beautiful circuit to drive around. It's not a driver's favourite track though. It's a deceptively tricky circuit, this one. And we're off. Quick start there by Beserker-Boy on the right there with Total Rose here sluggish. So Beserker is already moving up. So let's see what happens here at turn 1. Is there any shenanigans from Beserker's point of view? Pulls back out. There's a bit of bumping, but everyone has got around. Good driving by everyone. So up in the lead we now have Seamus has got into the lead here. Closely followed by Just Wilkie. So Seamus in the Ferrari drifts it wide round that corner. Nice power drifting there. So let's look back through the field. And to make sure everyone's on track still. Yep, everyone's held it together. It's doing a tight bunch. Still, it's not a great circuit. It's a lot of drag racing. There we go. As Delhi takes Stevens. There's a lot of drag race. It's kind of drag race circuit. It's like corner accelerate for a long time. And it's like here we go into this left-hand turn here. Let's get a bit of a better view. Bit of a contact there between Delhi B and Berger, but Berger holds his position. Seamus is still out in front. Here we are with Delhi now, closing in on the Berger. And Delhi's got Steestones right up his tailpipes as well. Berger drifts it wide, nicks the grass, and it's just allowed Delhi to get underneath the Berger for third place. Superb move there by Delhi, got to say. Nice clean driving by the MRC boys. And here we are at the end of lap 1, and everyone's still on track, which is really good to see. So we go back up with, in first place here is Seamus, crosses the line now. Just Wilkie still in second place in that Citroen, catching the Ferrari. The Ferrari's good in straight line speed, got to say. Deli B's up to third place. Oh, diving up the inside here. Steve Stones has just made him lose a position to Dark Smocko, who gets that. Honda's going to be a difficult car to beat on this track, I have to say as well. Up front, it looks like Deli's got past. I missed that. Actually, I'll just go back because Deli B here was in third place, so he's got past Just Wilkie there. Undercuts the Citroen driver. Now looking at the leader, looking up the inside for this. This is a tricky left-right section. If you drift too wide, it messes up this turn here. And Deli's spun it. Oh, disaster for Deli. He was going so well, so he's off. There's contact there with Wilkie, and now there's a melee of drivers here with Totoro's looking at the back of Smocka, who's looking at the back of his teammate, the Powerburger. And it's just allowing Seamus to get a little bit of a lead up now. So Smocka's looking to take back Totoro's. Totoro's got third place, but he's lost it now under braking to Smocka. So Totoro's looking to undercut his teammate, but doesn't do it. And all that's allowed basically is for Smocka to get second place. So the Martini boys fighting each other has just allowed the other driver to get through. Team orders obviously not part of this, but the boys need to be careful with each other as Powerburger drifts it too wide there. So we now have Totoro's in third place as Smocka drifts it wide. Smocka gets a terrible drive out of the last corner here. Here we are on board with Smocka. Looking at the back, that Citroen's a very wide car, which also doesn't help anyone trying to get past. So Smocka in the Honda. This is going to be a very interesting battle here to see how the Honda power goes against the Citroen power, and the Honda's winning. Closing in on the back of Totoro's here, looking underneath to cut him at the first corner, and what a brilliant move there. Late braking, and he manages to make it stick with minimal amount of contact here. So on board with Rose now, looking to fight back against Smocka. Superb battle here by the boys. Nice, clean, aggressive racing. This is what MRC is all about. So these two fighting for second and third is allowing Berger and Sayrex. You can see them behind. Everyone else is lining up behind this battle here on board with Totoro. So Smocka is not quite pulling away because here comes the Rose. Now this is a tricky corner coming up. The proper racing line really makes you go slow. So Rose looking almost in the back seat there with Smocka. Can he get him under braking with the Citroen? No, he can't. Smocka drifts wide. Who's going to get the run out of this corner here? Smocka and they're still side by side. Oh, Smocka gets it wrong, nudges the barrier, which is just going to allow the Berger to get back into second place. Smocka losing momentum. The Berger goes, Totoro's goes wide. So now Totoro's has got a little bit of distance now between him and third place. Smocka goes wide, hits the grass again, gets poor run out of the last corner. That's the second time he's done that. So it's just allowing the McLaren of the Berger to catch right up to the Honda with Sayrex in another Honda closing in on the McLaren. So 3, 4, 5 going into turn one. Berger's 3 abreast. It's 3 abreast going into turn one. Berger backs out, and so good, respectful driver there by the Berger. So Smocka has now kept his place for third. What's going on behind? Just a quick look. It's Just Wilkie and Beserker-Boy in 6 and Deli in 8. So Deli's lost a lot of track position for his off here, and Smocka drifts wide there. Gets another poor run out of a corner, which has allowed now Sayrex to get the position back. And oh dear, what's happened here? Let's quickly go back to that. That looks like we go back to Smocka. It looked like the Berger was trying to go underneath Smocka at this turn up here. Sorry, I've gone back a little bit too far. Let's go on board here with the Powerburger. So it's not this turn coming up, it's the second turn. We're going it again. I've said this is a tricky left-right here. The actual fastest line sets you up badly to be undercut at that turn there. So Smocker gets a poor drive again. He's drifting far too wide. Smocker is out of these corners, and the Berger's underneath him. Smocker gets it wrong. He hits the grass. I'm pretty sure he hit the grass there. Let's go on board with Smocker. Just want to make sure that it wasn't contact. It didn't look like there was contact. So Smocker here. Poor drive out of this corner. He drifts wide out here. Yep, hits the barrier. Gets it wrong, unfortunately. Smashes the barrier on the inside there, which is just allowed Wilkie and Beserker-Boy here in the Corvette. That's right on board with Beserker-Boy, looking at Smocker and Wilkie fighting for position here. Beserker-Boy in a superb livery there. Team Firestone. I know it's not Team Firestone on it, but he's racing for Team Firestone. Out breaks Wilkie into that corner. So Beserker-Boy looking now at the back of Smocker, but Wilkie here looking to fight back in the powerful Citroen against Beserker-Boy. So here we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place. Still roughly within sight of the leader. And who's that gone wide again? That's a Berger's gone wide. I thought that was Smocker. But no, it's Berger's gone wide. Sorry, I keep saying Smocker. It's Smoker, isn't it? Sorry, Smoker. I do apologise, Smoker. So we're on board with Berger in the McLaren. He's now ahead of Delhi. He's got Delhi behind him. Just where everyone's spread out a little bit now. Beserker's up to 5th place. So we go on board with the race leader. Here is Seamus in the Ferrari. He's been hunted down now by Total Rose Aaron in the Citroen. Sayrex, a little bit of gap now between 2nd and 3rd in the Honda in third place. Smocker, he's had an eventful race so far, still managing to hang on to 4th. He's kept it together. So Beserker is now 5th in the Corvette, and look at this, Wilkie, Delhi, Berger. Berger's dropped back. Berger's obviously had some sort of issue there with Zafiro all quickly catching these boys up. There's a right gaggle of drivers here. With Berger looking at Wilkie there, and there's Delhi B's looking at Beserker up there. Delhi B, I think, catching the Beserker. So let's just go back up to this battle up front. This is where it counts at the moment. Ferrari power with Seamus here in 1st place. Lap 5. We are already nearly 9 minutes into the race. Seamus drifts it wide, hits the... Oh, he's lost it. Keeps it together. Here's the Citroen of the Berger. Surely the Citroen's going to get 1st place position at the fast section of the track. Here we are, the Citroen right behind the Ferrari, coming down the fastest point of the circuit. It looks underneath him at the last corner. Ferrari touches the grass on the left. Total Rose now in 1st place with the Ferrari tucked in behind the Citroen. You knew that move was going to be coming. Can the Ferrari outbrake the Citroen? No, he can't. Seamus looks up the inside of the Berger. I think the Berger might be starting to pull away a little bit from the Ferrari. We see how things go. Delhi, in the meantime, has got up ahead of Beserker. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Oh, here we go. Delhi and Beserker also having a nice battle here for 4th and 5th place. We're on board now with Beserker. Drops off a little bit too much there, but nice deep growling noise of that Corvette engine. So Delhi is now starting to pull away from the Beserker in the Corvette. Smoker behind the Beserker in the Honda, trying to catch him up. Powerberger's obviously had an issue, but he's caught it back up, and here we have Zafiro's gained some place now in the Dodge. He's making his way through the field, and Wilkie's dropped back a little bit in the other Citroen. Steestones, he was up the field quite early on, but he's dropped back a little bit, and Vialli back in last place. He had a good race last race, but now he must be thinking what's going on. He's back here in last position. So back up with Aaron, 1st place. Starting to ease away now from Seamus in 2nd place. Aaron's fastest lap. We'll see what he does as he crosses the line, and we'll do a recap of where we are. We're 10 minutes into the race, 20 minutes still to go. Field's starting to... It's not really stringing out, to be honest. If you look at a map, there's still The last place runner is just coming up to the last corner now. So Aaron leading the race. First place done a 1:44.5 as his fastest lap. Seamus in second place, hanging on for second place here, has done a 1:45.5. Sayrex having a nice steady evening in the Honda. He had a brilliant drive in the Beamer last race. 20 minutes or so was hanging on to third place and kept those GTRs away from him. So he's having a good race here at 1:45.6. Excuse me. Delhi's obviously the man in the top four at the moment. He's got the fastest lap time, so he's the man on the charge here. Delhi in fourth place at the moment, 1:44.2. Beserker's only doing a 1:46.3, so Beserker's managing to hang on to fifth place. Would have won, but his best time was a 1:46, which is surprising. Smoker drifts it wide again. He's a little bit all over the place. He's done a 47 as his fastest time. Zafiro 46.2. Berger 46.6. Wilkie 47.5. Steve Stones 46.2. Steve Stones has got a pace here, but he's way back in 10th place. And Vialli hits the barrier because he's got nothing else to do here at a 47.9. So Total Rose with Lord Jesus at the wheel is in front of Seamus, but it's not really pulled away from the Irishman. Ferrari looking steady coming out that last turn. So let's go back here. He's not going to get him here at the first corner. So here's Sayrex in third. Delhi B still ahead of Beserker, but not really getting away from the Corvette driver. Smoker here in sixth. Zafiro's making his way up through the field in seventh. Berger 8th. Wilkie 9th. This is where the battles are coming at the moment. Between first and 9th is where everything is kicking off. Oh, beautiful panning shots here by the camera team. So it looks like Wilkie is looking up the inside here of the Berger, and he's got the place. So Wilkie up to 8th place. Nice. He takes a defensive line there through turn one. And the Berger's now fighting back. Can you get underneath him here? Let's go on board with the Berger. This is a horrible section. You really are open to being overtaken here. So can the Citroen undercut the McLaren? No, so Berger's got back in front of the Wilkie. Just David Wilkie. If anyone is old enough, they know who Davey Wilkie is. If you don't, comment in the section below who you think David Wilkie is. I remember David Wilkie because I'm an old fart. Anyway, so Total Rose definitely pulling away now from Seamus in second place. He's got a big gap here for Sayrex in third. So this field's starting to string out quite a lot now. With Delhi B in fourth place. Beserker here in fifth. Drifting wide. No, he holds it for that turn. Smoker here in sixth. Zaf trying too hard in the Dodge. Beautiful livery Red Bull, I've got to say, in seventh. Berger 8th, Wilkie 9th, Steve Stones 10th, and Vianney 11th. So as you can see, the field is properly strung out now. So if that's the case, we shall go back to the race leader and go on board with him as he cruises around the circuit. I'm looking for who is closest on the circuit at the moment, and it looks like it's way back there in 9th and 10th. So just quickly running through the field again. Rose, Seamus, Sayrex, Delhi, Beserker, Smoker, Zaf. Berger is having an eventful evening here with Wilkie. These two boys are still close, but again the Berger looks like he's just eased away a little bit. So go back up the field. That is a superb livery there. Whoever's done the livery for that car deserves a medal. That car for Zaf looks absolutely beautiful. Dodge is a beautiful car anyway, I have to say. Totally environmentally friendly as well, as we all know. Dodge leads the way in environmentalism. Oh, don't get on the environment topic, Pete. It's a horrible conversation that we don't want to have. No, I won't then. Okay, let's shut up. Look at the Dodge. Very nice car. Here comes Smoker. Recommend his YouTube channel if you are interested in watching these races live as they happen. He streams the race live. As I mentioned in the last race, it's well worth checking out racing from Dark Smoker's perspective. Hopefully you'll just see the back of me in that sorry, I shouldn't say it's me, I'm meant to be an impartial commentator here. At the moment, all of his Smokers followers would see the back of Beserker-Boy there. And again, another big, powerful American car. Still only done a 46.2 as his fastest lap, but that Citroen is hard to overtake because it's powerful down these long straights. Probably loses it through the corners a little bit, but there you go, a 45.7. So Beserker-Boy is cranking up his efforts now to try and catch up to Deli B. So this looks like it's the field starting to close up here between Seamus in second. Yeah, you can definitely see, and Seamus again drifts around that corner. Seamus in second is now being caught by Sayrex, who's now been caught by Deli, and Beserker-Boy's a little bit way off. So this is 2, 3, 4 here. Oh, a big drift there by Sayrex. And a poor drive out of there, so Sayrex is visibly catching now the Ferrari of the Irishman as the Totoro's again starts to ease. Just seeing him in the foreground there, he's up there in the distance, starting to ease away from these boys. Going to start holding each other up. So here we are now. Sayrex has caught the tail end of the Ferrari. How long can the Irishman hang on to second place? We have 13 minutes to go. It's actually, it's not a hard track to overtake, but it's a hard track to defend because a brilliant line there from Sayrex. Has he got the drive on the Ferrari? Yes, he has. Look, he's undercut him here at the last turn. Seamus is going to try and undercut the Honda back here. These two squabbling is going to let Deli catch up. Let's just see what happens here. Going into down the start-finish straight. Nice panning shot there. Beautiful bit of anime on the Sayrex's car. Ferrari trying to go around the outside of the Honda. It's not often that a Honda loses out to another car at a straight line speed, but Sayrex holds his line. Oh, Seamus tries to undercut the Honda, which has just allowed Deli now here in the another Honda to nip in front of the Ferrari. So Seamus has now lost two places to the two Honda boys who are storming up the field. This is going to be a good battle to watch. Deli B against Sayrex, two very quick drivers here. Let's go on board with Deli here. Honda versus Honda. Can the two Honda boys reel in the Citroen of Rose up in first place? Already the Honda boys are starting to ease away from the Ferrari of Seamus. Heavy underbraking, actually too deep underbraking there from Deli B. You could see the puff of smoke there from turning while heavy braking. This really tricky little kink section coming up this right left. Hard to spot the right apex of that corner, but Deli gets it right. Excuse me a minute while I just have a sneeze. Sorry about that. I'll just blow my nose as well. Hang on. Sorry about that. So here we are. Deli has just put in a 44.1 as his fastest time. He is on a mission now to catch up with Camille in Sayrex, who's also doing 44s. They're both pushing very hard. Sayrex drifts it right, drifts it left, trying to desperately hang on for the drive down to this turn here. Sayrex got the inside line here. It's going to be hard I was going to say it's going to be hard, but Deli's going outside. Deli goes very wide. Sayrex undercuts. Let's just go back because I've got the camera angles all wrong on that one. Here we go. This will be better. A better view here. Deli, I think he brakes a bit too late here. Yeah, drifts wide into the barrier, which just allows Sayrex to undercut him beautifully there, so we retain his position. And Deli's lost a little bit of ground, but the Ferrari Seamus is still a bit too far back. I can see there's some... Oh, it's just as I... Sorry about that. I was looking at the map because I was about to say that there is some battles brewing further back. But what happens here to Sayrex? Camille from second place comes around the left here. He's been squirted the last 2 turns. Oh, he smashes the barrier head on. Totally unprovoked mistake all by himself by Camille. How far behind is Beserker-Boy now? So Beserker's caught right back up to Camille, who's thrown away second place, you've got to say. Unforced error there. So the Honda driver is probably going to be fuming inside that car. He's now drifting wide, pushing too hard again to try and catch up. So Deli has now got back up into second place. Gets a really weird line out the last corner here. So while we have a moment, let's go through the field. The beginning of lap 13. Here we are with the leader, Total Rose here in the lead with Deli here in second place. Seamus is still in it at third. He's still on for a podium if he can hold it together. Sayrex, unforced error. How that Honda is still in one piece is I'm not sure, because he absolutely smacked the front of it head on into a barrier. Beserker-Boy having a quiet race here. He's done a 44 as well, so he's obviously ramped up his game. A 44.9 here. He's hanging on in the 5th place in that Corvette, consistently picking up points, having a quiet race at the moment. I have to say, maybe even catching Sayrex there in 4th. Smoker here, still looking at the back of the Corvette in front of him in 6th place. Zaf hasn't gained any more. He started at the back of the field, and he's now only up to 7th in the Dodge. Wilkie and the Berger are still battling it out. Again, these two boys have been together now for at least the last 15 minutes. The McLaren, is that the McLaren? Yes, the McLaren looking a little bit worse from where, I have to say, compared to the pristine looking just Wilkie. Oh no, Wilkie's Citroen looks a bit battered up front as well. Steve Stones in another Ferrari back here in 10th. Valley still hasn't gained anything, but he's finally can see Steve Stones up ahead of him. So he's not on his own anymore. So back up to the main action at the moment is really for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Here we are with Deli, who's now actually he's pulling away. Yeah, he's pulling away from Seamus in 3rd place. Some camera work there coming on the start-finish straight here of Seamus hanging on to 3rd place in that simplistic but good-looking Ferrari. We have now 7 minutes to go. There's gaps appearing between the boys. You can see everyone's got about a 1.5 second gap. There's Seamus here. There's Sayrex still drifting around there. To Beserker here. Where's the next driver? It's Smoker coming around here. So really, it's only the top 5 within a shout of, obviously within a shout of getting a podium, but having a bit of a battle going on apart from the one we know about back here, where the Berger is still got that McLaren in front of the Citroen somehow. Oh, what happened to Wilkie there? Wilkie looked like he lagged off the screen. Let's just quickly go back to that with Wilkie. What happened here with Wilkie? Yes, a little bit laggy Wilkie. We did mention, the drivers did mention to Wilkie, he does lag a bit in this race. So maybe you could have a look at your router, please, for the next race next week. So let's just go back up the field. Beserker having a quiet race, not gaining on Smoker, but Smoker's definitely gaining on the Ferrari of the Irishman, Seamus. Seamus, I think, has drifted far too wide, loses it. That is a horrible kink, I have to say. You get it wrong and you drift out wide. Get it too cautious and you lose a lot of power. Up to the last corner can easily be overtaken. So everyone's stretched out a bit now. right on board the futuristic looking Citroen here with the Powerburger. Brakes hard into turn 1. Nice apex there. Power on smoothly, coming to turn 2. Little kink for turn 3. Coming up to this tricky S section, which is like a fast chicane, as it were, because you can go deep into the first part of it but lose the racing line out for this run up to this kind of like sharp left up here. This is a tricky corner as well, because it's with the barriers on the inside, you can't see where the apex is and to come out. So here we are. I've done it again. Total Rose in first place with Deli B. Can just about see the Rose up in front of him, but he's only got 4 minutes. It's about 2-3 laps to catch him up and trying to get the race win. Sayrex and another Honda here back in third place. If only he hadn't smashed that barrier, he would have been up there in second place, and now he's spun it again. Seamus is now trying to avoid this. Go back here. Seamus tried to avoid. Just rewind it back to Seamus' point of view. So Sayrex bins it himself, hits the curb on right. Seamus tries to get out of the way. Gets through back into third place. So the Irishman again probably thanking his lucky stars. He's the luck of the Irish, as they say, to try to get a podium position, but he's got. Let's have a look now. 3.5 minutes to hold off a Honda, which is right up his tailpipes, but already the Honda is caught up to the Ferrari side by side. Beserker-Boy lurking in the distance back there again as well. Surprising how quick this Ferrari is. I thought the Honda was the car to beat in a straight line, but as you can see, the Ferrari, oh no, the Honda's just starting to reel in. The Ferrari of Seamus. Seamus trying to block and doing a good job there. And now the Corvette is catching these two up. There, look, there's a Corvette of Beserker-Boy. Sayrex taking a lot of curb, taking a lot of risk. It's very easy to spin off this circuit. The Ferrari is holding the Honda up here with 2 and a bit minutes to go, which is just allowing the Corvette of Beserker to catch this group. Can Beserker steal the last podium place? Mr. Consistent the Beserker, oh, Mr. Consistent the Beserker just drifted a little bit wide there. Staying on board with this. Sayrex is obviously trying to pick his spot. Is he going to get it here at this corner? He's side by side with the Ferrari, eases upside, brakes a little bit late. Seamus is trying to turn in with that Ferrari, doesn't quite make it. Beserker's still hanging, not quite there. And there's only 2 minutes to go, so that's probably they've finished this lap. But this might, the next lap might be the last. So here we are, the Ferrari. Can he? Oh, nearly touches the back of the Honda. Manages to keep it on the track, and as you can see, he's drifted wide, which has just allowed Beserker now to catch up into the back end of the Ferrari. So this is going to be interesting. Corvette power coming down the main straight against the Ferrari. We know the Ferrari was strong against the Honda. How is he against the Corvette? The Corvette can't quite make the distance. So 28 minutes gone. A little nudge there from Beserker. He didn't put the Ferrari off, thank goodness. Obviously the braking of the Ferrari is different to the Corvette. Looking at the time and also looking at the screen, the map, top right, to see if anyone else has got a close battle. Up front, Total Rose is ahead of. Here we go. There's the Rose. And there's Deli B. So there's still too much of a gap, and we've got 45 seconds before the end of the race. Back here to third place with Sayrex, fourth place Seamus, and Beserker's now right up the tailpipes of the Ferrari. Looking up the inside here at this sharp turning left. No, the Corvette can't undercut the Ferrari. but he's right behind the Ferrari. He's got a good drive now to get side by side with the Ferrari of Seamus, the Irishman. Can Beserker nick a 4th spot from Seamus? Gets a good drive out there, takes Seamus. Seamus politely gets out of the way from the Ferrari of Seamus, and flashes his lights at someone. I'm not sure who it was. Oh, in the meantime, oh, sorry, I missed that. Let's quickly go back, because let's pause it and go back up to Total Rose, who did cross the line here in first place. There he goes. There goes Aaron in first place, wins the race. Delhi in second. I was so caught up in that battle for 4th spot there. Here comes Sayrex for a very well earned, could have been second, maybe 3rd place. Beserker-Boy again 4th place. Seamus 5th. Zafiro has got up past Smoker, so not sure how he got past him, but here comes Zaf in 7th. Smoker 8th. Berger, he has managed to keep it in front of Wilkie. These two boys have probably be sick of the sight of each other in this race. What's Berger's pulling over? What's going on here? Why is Berger slowing up? What's going on here? Why is Berger Berger's given the place to... This is... What's going on here? Berger is giving the place to Wilkie. I'm not quite sure why. Steve Stones crosses the line in 10th place. Vialli on his own in 11th. So there we have race 4 in the bag for League 4. Hope you enjoyed that. Looking forward to the next couple of races next week. See you later. Goodbye.